Hello and welcome back to Sailing NV, where we finally hauled out our Open 66 in remote North Borneo to tackle 3 big jobs.
3 big jobs in 3 weeks. The first video got to be the rudder, because after the first time we start to sailing fast. 13, 13.4, 13.2, 11, 12.
We sail really fast with the boat,
Yeah,
strong wind and waves.
The first one, strong wind and waves. Something is happening. That moment that our expensive berry start to making noise. And the rudder start to be stiff. The job is investigate, understand what's happened, why they making noise, and fix it.
The rudder bearing is a particularly critical and sensitive component of our boat. Not only do we rely on it for maneuverability at high speeds, but it also seals a large hole in the boat. Most cruising boats have dry bearings, which are installed within a tube that extends above the waterline. This design ensures that even if there is a leak, no water can enter the boat. Our bearing is a wet bearing, meaning it seals the exposed shaft to the rudder and is located below the waterline. If the seal of the lower bearing fails, it could potentially cause the boat to sink. Therefore, this is a particularly high-stakes job, as this one-of-a-kind piece of equipment is both extremely sophisticated and expensive, so any mistake could cause significant damage and leave us stuck in the yard waiting a long time for new parts.
I noticed there is some indication the whole rudder is come down from the 2 bearings, because the top bearing is a glue on the shaft, and we never managed, if you watch the previous video, we never managed to remove. The bad thing is the previous owner, the Borneo one, when they do the maintenance, they install the bearing, come off only inside to the shaft and not outside like have to be. This one originally is a torn. When you remove the shaft, the rudder, the bearing, they rest inside to the housing on the boat, one on the deck and one on the beach. And the 2 cylinder housing stuck with this drawback is the seal. The bearing is still good, but this one is wrong. The top bearing is come down from the top seal. You can see the top seal is no more in contact with the bearing. A reason why also today when it's raining the water comes inside to the boat. And here we have a that centimeter shaft is exposed.
Let me show.
Also because we never painting.
Yeah.
But for me, if going up 5 millimeter can be another risk is we go to contact after the rudder is stuck. But before to remove, I try to do this experiment. For fix it, there is nothing better to one hydraulic jack with the 2 pistons. You already saw in a plenty video, we use it ready for remove the rudder and put in. This is a nice moment because I watch the rudder. But in this time, in one yard that we don't know, we have to build one structure and blah blah. And in the beginning, I piston inside of the boat. I try to do the stuff without build the big structure below because it's a 3-meter structure. Here again, set the stern of MB for do the job of realignment of the rudder. I still believe problem is only because the shaft moved down just a few millimeters. And now I have the opportunity first to clean all light oxidation on the stainless steel. After I go to try to jack and pulling up the rudder again. That is the work. I do it in the last few hours. Just 1/4 of the bearing is done with the acid, with a lot of attention to don't chafing the rudder seal and continue to clean the oxidation. Maybe this is the time to tell to you this system with the rudder wet bearings. Very soon we can, when we manage to forward, we go to remove and close this hole We go to reinforce the stern of the boat, that is all in carbon fiber, but we go to restructure with a lot of reinforce for support the load of two exterior rudder on the back to the boat. Like this, we don't have any more issues with the infiltration, with the stress of what's happening if we touch or I don't know. Also the two rudder, they come in more short to the one single one, and they can always be maintenance and remove, reinstall from outside of the boat with no infiltration. And that's going to be one very nice job. Okay, you go to like, we go to build our rudder by ourselves. We finished to clean and remove all oxidation. Like you see, it's completely different from what is before. It's all clean and shiny. Now it's time to greasing with the silicone grease the seal of the rudder shaft bearing. And I try to push on the quadrant, that is quite solid, there is no structural problem. I glue me to 2 years before. It look like one flashback 2 years before, but it's a different job. We are ready again with the hydraulic jack. I have to go up only 5 millimeter. So stress. You remember every time with this bloody jack. Now I have one boom. And it's going up 1 millimeter. Another boom, another millimeter. I go to check. I don't trust it to continue like this. Yeah, but it's going up. It's good. Yeah! We have a good news and bad news. The good news is it's going up a little bit. But there is one bad news. It's coming up also the low bearing. Before to continue it, I got to release the load and see if the low bearing go down by itself, because there is the elasticity of the rope. I got to think better I can. And try to don't do the stupid thing. I go to inspection with the light. I watch how much it's moving up. Below I already saw is 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter. Okay, can be the compression of the rubber, because the rubber around to the bearings is very 15 millimeter. Quindi the elasticity there is. You see, it's always like this. You have to think and think and think and think and think. And the stupid people like me, they have to very go slowly, because if we act like a troglodyte, because I'm a troglodyte, va bene, maybe that's a cut. Joanna, keys. Yeah, that's the other thing. The rudder below is ready in contact. Boom. Release the pressure and we block. But there's no more intention. Now we go to inspection below. Now is in contact. It's not enough high. Okay, if these guys with the chainsaw stop, but it's impossible. Before there is a space here between the rope and the hole. But like I imagine, is only the compression of the rope. The bearing go back in its position, and there is no problem. We going up, but not enough. I still have a space between the hole and the boat, but I start to be close how much I have to be, because it's a racing boat and the rudder have to be really close.
And now for a quick toilet break.
Okay, here in B, here Dawson, Sato sending the smile of the boat. We make it smile again in B. Before, when we arrive, here is one area with a full mud everywhere.
and it's impossible to go on the toilet. Now I got to show you the facilitation, the toilet. Here we still have water, but we have our pump. This morning I filled the paddle here for try to make it more accessible our toilet, because that is the situation. This is the water tap we have for fill the bucket for the drinkable water and the water to the boat. And that is the situation. And here, that is the toilet. I can't explain the smell. It's really gross. But lucky, our toilet is the B2. And this is our toilet. There's one spider living inside to the toilet. There is the typical Indonesian Malaysian system for flash. And here, leak all time. We try to clean because we have to use this toilet. This is our shower. You take the shower on the top to the toilet. Sadly, it's impossible to teach to these guys. Yeah, oh, start from here. I come here for clean now. I can't support anymore to take my water from this shit. Now, I remove the garbage but you try to clean and cut, please, the grass because it's terrible. Why this stuff is like this? Yeah, but you use it. It's terrible. Please, remove me all wood because I go to clean. Thank you. One, I do what I can do perfectly, but smell less. Okay guys, I can't do perfectly, but I clean them toilet a little bit. I built one situation more properly for this garbage corner, que is where we fill the water. But they don't want to hurt me. I say to clean, cut the grass. Our toilet is clean. Now when it's dry, we got to use it. I try to fill the pit because we still have to push up the rudder a few millimeters. And for do it, I wanna use it one pile of drum and my jack. The marina office don't give me any kind of solution. I'm looking for one system for sit my hydraulic jack. I propose to them or give me one forklift or give me some I-beam, or what I can do, the pile of drum. They say immediately pile of drum, do it. Okay, now for push the rudder from outside, the best I can build is one pile of drum. I know it's not the perfect, it's not very stable. It can collapse, maximum they fall down. It's the best I can do it. Okay, now we start to adjust the position. This is Tommy. We put his number. If somebody need information about the yard, is the man. The only one speak English. He's also in charge of the worker of the yard. We have to go a little bit more. Good. I go to see on the top. I show you how can it's made the structure. It's only drum pack with the wood and wedge. Okay, we go to check up if we reach the position to the top bearing. Like you see, we have a hair between the hole. It's the perfect quantity I want. And here is amazing. It's come up Now the seal work. The problem is when I release him go down, they have to drill and block in this position. I go to release the pressure and work on the top. The rudder is straight, everything is good. Here from the yard, Timo selling MB. See, now we are in contact, and now watch, I open the valve. Perfection, perfection, good. Just a little bit space. That is the maximum we can pretend. Now we will have to see if when we turn the rudder stuck. Also we need the space for the painting, but it's perfect. I really like. Very happy. And now I'm going to build the system for block. Shaft, you don't have to come down again. Already made one, go to make another 3. Now we are here and we have already, like you see from the video, prepared the bolt, the point. We have to drill just a little bit. I cover, I'm masking with the paper. Like this, I'm sure to don't put the carbon fiber or fiberglass on the seal. Wow. And now we can put the bolt. For the YouTuber like me, screw it and do all job always with one hand when we have the phone. Okay, like this. Slowly. And now we can't go down anymore. I think you have to see me doing this job. Be careful to don't break the thread. Okay. Now we hit the shaft. I use the finger like this, I'm sure to don't break the thread. Have to be careful with the Timo finger I can break the bolt, but finish. It's block. This time don't move anymore. Okay, set. Watch. Light and safety. Light and safety. In general, the big job is done. And the rudder move very soft and smooth, don't make any more noise. The bolt with the pointy and more long dimension, they are drill on the shaft and they clamps the shaft, they jump the shaft, they prevent it to slide down. Clamping rings is totally tight. The top bearing is go back on the very good position and the seal work better. The clamping rings and the bolt is done. Me, I'm destroyed. And I'm very happy because the first job, big one, is done. When we start the job, I don't know if I can understand what's happened. I don't know if I have to completely remove and maybe substitution some part of the bearing. And be very lucky to recognize that is only the shaft move down 4 mm, 5 mm, and with the jack we push him back and we rebuild tight everything. It look like easy, but it's not. Okay, inside here to the technical room, we try to rebuild the cable quadrant. Sorry, I already connected to rope. The rope cable of the quadrant is made by spectral rope and pulley system. Now
2 is ready tight. The system is block the rudder outside, block the rudder and the steering wheel in position straight after making the tension equally. Now the first one is done. It's two circuit independent. If you broke in one cable, you lose it only one wheel, but you can continue to steering with the second one, and making this very safe. Now I pass inside the next rope. I go to tight on the quadrant. Move around. Okay. I'm here. With one new GoPro, something I can use it when I work. Maybe there's something more comfort. If somebody know about making contact with the company, you can have a better image.
If you enjoyed this video, we'd really appreciate it if you could like, comment, share it with your friends, and don't forget to ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future episodes. If you'd like to support us on Patreon or with a one-off donation, I'll put the links in the description. Thank you.
Done. Whole system is nice, neatly and tight. Lucky I built the hatch here, no, I don't breathing. The job to reposition the shaft of the rudder in the correct position and release the jam between the bearing is done. And before it's very hard to moving below, also in the top, but now it's very soft. It's like original.
Nice.
All good from sailing MB. We go for the next job. Now we start the job to reconstruction the sacrificial part of the rudder. Also, if it's not structural part, one job to re-extend one rudder in carbon fiber have to be done in the correct way.
Stay tuned for next week's episode where we show how to rebuild and extend our carbon fiber rudder.
Okay, we are in a vacuum.